All right, let's dive into the world of Arreqqana spirituality. Now, this is a tradition built on a really profound idea, that every single soul has its own unique, eternal song. So today, we're going to go on a little journey to understand that inner essence, the very core of who we are.
I mean, just listen to that. This quote really sets the tone for everything, doesn't it? It frames your soul not as some static thing, but as a living vibration, a piece of music woven right into the fabric of existence.
And that's the big question, right? That's what we're here to explore. This isn't just about some abstract philosophy. It's about a personal quest. How do you tune out all the noise of the world to finally hear the music that has always been playing inside you?
To even begin to answer that, our first step is to get familiar with the central concept of this entire spiritual system. It's a word you're going to hear a lot, and that word is Qhiyaar.
So what is Qhiyaar? It's your soul's unique frequency. You can think of it as its true name or its purest sound. And notice the emphasis here on it being innate. This is key. According to this teaching, your Qhiyaar isn't something you have to create or achieve. It's something you simply have to remember. So let's break this down a bit. First, it's unique, like a spiritual fingerprint. No two souls have the exact same resonance. It's also immutable. Life can't break or damage it, but you can lose touch with it. And maybe most importantly, it acts as this incredible guiding force, almost like an internal compass that's constantly pulling you toward your true path while harmonizing your body, your spirit, and your soul.
Okay, so we've got this individual soul's song, but where is it playing? What's the concert hall? To understand that, we first need to look at the Arreqqana map of reality itself. And it's all built on a fundamental principle of three.
Think of reality as a braid. A single thread can't really hold its shape, right? But when you weave 3 threads together, you get strength, you get structure, you get beauty. Well, Arreqqana spirituality applies this triadic truth to everything.
Take the creation triad, for example. You absolutely need Sahara, that feminine principle of flow and nurturing. And you need Kazamar, the masculine principle of action and strength. But without Ilanakara, the divine spirit, there's no purpose, no guidance. For anything to be created in a harmonious way, you need all 3, perfectly in balance.
And this exact same logic applies to how they see time. You have the past, Nara, which gives us our roots and our memories. You have the present, Dilara, which is right here, right now, where we make our choices. And then there's the future, Kara, the vision that's always pulling us forward. They're not seen as these separate little boxes, but as one single flowing integrated whole.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It brings it all together. Whether we're talking about creation or time or even our own being, it's the balance of these 3 threads that keeps everything in harmony. The moment one is missing, the whole system just starts to unravel.
Which of course leads us to the central conflict in this whole soul's journey. What happens when that balance is lost? What happens when you can no longer hear your own Qhiyaar? And the difference is just stark. A soul in resonance feels purposeful, anchored, and just full of life. But when it loses that connection, it enters a state they call sajaranium, which literally means without flow, and it becomes wandering, disconnected, and rootless. This state can cause a soul to become one of the kalavariin, or a wandering soul. But look at the reasoning here. Unresolved grief, trauma, broken promises. These aren't seen as evil entities or ghosts to be feared. They are souls viewed with deep compassion, seen as unanchored threads that are simply longing to be woven back into the tapestry of life.
So if disconnection is the problem, then reconnection is the solution. It's not about fighting some kind of darkness, it's about remembering the light that's already inside you. And the tradition gives us a really clear, actionable path to rediscovering that lost resonance.
And what's so fascinating to me is how practical and grounded these steps are. It doesn't start with some huge, complex ritual. It starts with something we can all do, just getting quiet. Then it moves into the physical world, observing your connection to the elements, even using humming to literally feel your body's own frequency, before moving into those deeper ritual states. Let's just focus on that final step for a second, the vision-seeking ritual. The instructions are so simple and beautiful. You light a single candle, you gaze at its reflection in a bowl of water, you have this meeting of fire and water, of vision and flow. And as you gaze into that reflection, you just quietly chant this simple phrase, Na Qhiyaar, Na Lumina, Na Qhiyaar. It's an invitation,
a call to your own soul to reveal its light.
And this is so important. The signs of success aren't some dramatic explosion of light or a big loud voice from the heavens. It's something much more profound and personal. It's a feeling of coming home, a deep sense of rightness, maybe tears of recognition that come without any sadness, a feeling of warmth spreading through you, and this renewed, quiet clarity about why you are here.
Okay, so you've done the work. You've reawakened your soul's song. What now? Well, the journey isn't over. The final step is to learn how to live from this reawakened place, to integrate this truth into your day-to-day existence.
And of course, this brings us back to one last sacred triad. This final one isn't about the structure of reality or the nature of time. It's all about how we use our rediscovered purpose to create genuine wisdom in our lives.
So let's look at these last three threads. You've got Qhiyaros, that's your clear, logical mind. Then you have Sajala Marogum, your free-flowing creativity and imagination. But the final crucial thread is Layara, which is your lived experience. It's the thing that weaves those first two together and turns raw knowledge into real truth. You need all three to have wisdom.
And this final teaching just ties a perfect bow on the whole thing. Experience is the loom. It's the structure that lets you take the threads of your logical mind and your creative spirit and actually weave them into something real, something with purpose, something we can finally call wisdom.
It's just a beautiful, holistic system that sees every single one of us as a weaver, as a creator. So as we close out, the question it leaves us with is a really powerful one to think about. In your life, right now, with your thoughts, your creativity, and your actions, what threads are you weaving today?